Эта песня называется Just a Joke.
Man, what a divisional championship Sunday.
Conference.
Conference.
But yes, it has been quite a day, my nerds. It's been quite a day. I don't know if you can tell, but it was good. I can't stop smiling.
The Eagles done did it.
We done got ourselves a ticket to the dance, boys.
Jalen Hurts is not considered MVP still.
Your dog. I don't know why. It's like we all should know the definition of insanity, right?
Mm-hmm.
Doing the same thing, expecting different results, i.e., considering the Eagles an underdog. That's like where we thrive. Like, we like to get it out the mud. That's what the young kids like to say. And grind it out, be doubted. And then you got these guys, these fans that just like continuously like trying to dress up the Rocky statue.
Yeah, there was some determination there.
Look, it's a curse. You dress a Rocky statue, you lose. You don't know how curses work? Jesus.
Just like greasing the poles in Philly never works.
Doesn't work really. You know, it only works if we're not winning.
Yeah, because then they don't touch them. But it's fine. It was a very, very well done performance by the Eagles. They annihilated the 49ers. Purdy, he's got a bright future, but he was not prepared for this game. And unfortunately, he got hurt, so we didn't really get to see what I guess he could do. But from what we saw, it wasn't enough by the whole team.
Yeah.
It just truly wasn't.
He didn't have the experience to muster through an injury like that. He didn't have the experience to be able to concentrate on the game due to the noise level of the stadium, which is, one of the most insane places to play at, the Link, in Philly.
Yep.
No matter what sport you're at, it's pretty hard to play there due to the fan base.
But also too, like, just even thinking about like that lack of experience. Even when Purdy went out, Josh Johnson came in, and Josh Johnson's been in the league for a minute, and it was still too loud for him. Yep. He was having problems hearing the play call, and it definitely looked like he was rushing stuff just because that whole team, I don't think, felt comfortable being there. Like, I don't think they believe that they should have been there.
Their defense most definitely felt like they should be there and did their damnness for a little bit. It was almost impossible for us to move the ball on the ground. But we got a couple of things called Devontae Smith and AJ Brown. Devontae Smith with that insane one-handed,
really impressive catch.
Ooh, that was full body extension, toe to fingertip. Just grabbing that thing out the air.
Mm-hmm.
When we needed it. That was a clutch play too.
Dude, yeah.
Their linebackers did a good job, watching the outside plays, containing Jalen Hurts a bit. But, you can only do that for so long when your offense is not scoring.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Hey, again, the 49ers have, I think, a bright future. Purdy, we'll see what the quarterback situation is going to be. Like we talked about earlier, if he won this game, they would be like, yeah, he's going to be our starter going forward. But with Trey Lance coming back...
Yeah, and him, having the performance he did last in this game, there's no doubt has got to be a, quarterback competition. To say the very least. Let him prove that he has what it takes, and maybe he'll be better with this experience, or maybe Trey Lance is the guy. Thank you for your service, Brock Purdy.
Yeah.
Because they can
100%. Yeah.
And move him if there's certainly a team that'll probably want him.
Oh yeah, like no doubt about it. Like he young quarterback. He's proved that he can like play well, but this is like what, maybe his second time playing a true defense.
Yes, Dallas. He didn't score. They didn't score 20 points last week. They still got the win. That was their first test, and his team helped them out a lot with that. But they weren't ready for this Eagles team. They weren't.
Yep.
You could say it was because of the injuries, but most of those injuries came from within the game.
Yep.
Due to their fierce defense and their fierce defensive line. Hassan Reddick, that boy is a monster. He's the one that got off on Purdy, catching his arm real good before he got that pass loose.
Yep.
Ended up being a fumble as well. But I'm excited. I was saying, my dad had texted me and asked me who do we want to play before the Bengals Cincy game, and I was like, honestly, I want to play the Bengals.
Yep.
Because they got a weak line and we would wreak havoc on Joe Burrow, but I want, my football fandom wants Patrick Mahomes to win. To shut up all the haters and doubters that think Josh Allen and Joe Burrow is better than him. It's ridiculous. The man can beat you on one leg. He can beat you throwing
not on any legs.
Yeah, any legs. He's just that dude. He plays through injuries. He's the real deal. You can't take him off the top just because he lost to the Bengals 3 times in a row. Like, have a team that's hard to beat. It's not just you that's losing to that team. They were all basically 3-point games, just like this one. And I wanted Patrick Mahomes to get his revenge.
All right.
Shut up.
And he did it.
I mean, the Bengals are playing high level, and they still can beat a hobbled Mahomes.
Yep, that says a lot.
A Tyreek Hill-less team.
And they have a great coach in Andy Reid. Like, that man is football guru. Like, the way he can weave his players in and through a defense with their routes is just impressive.
Yeah, that's my guy as well. Andy Reid also holds a special place in my heart.
For good reason.
Yep. He didn't get a Super Bowl with us, but I was happy when he got his. And we will be seeing that man.
He'll be there again.
Yes.
And they're gonna probably it gives Mahomes plenty of time to heal up too.
Yeah, I mean, this was a good game too. It started off pretty slow, but the defenses were going at it as well. Joe Burrow threw the first interception of the game. And then the Chiefs defense came out to play. They wanted to get that revenge and shut everybody up, calling their field Burrowhead. Like, I don't understand how people were getting. There were some commentators and analysts that were like thinking the Chiefs players were wrong for talking their junk. When the Cincinnati players said they're not worried about their defense. Nothing to be scared of, calling their stadium Burrowhead. I mean, they kind of had this coming.
Yeah.
They kind of had this coming.
Oh, yeah, like 100%. And, I think a little bit right there at the end, like the way the game ended, I think is kind of an unfortunate way to go about it, because they only got that position because of a unnecessary roughness call against the Cincinnati Bengals, linebacker number 58. And you could see at the end of the game, that poor man is devastated because he's like, I put them in the position to win it, and they won it. Like when I first saw that, I knew they were going to throw a flag. I don't necessarily see it as unnecessary roughness, but like, what can you do?
Well, see, the thing is, I mean, I don't feel bad for him. He's gonna play football again. You know, he's gonna live. He's gonna walk again. But that was totally on him. Patrick Mahomes going out of bounds. He didn't have to try to get there to touch him. The only reason why he hyperextended his knee is because he tried to do the most to hit Patrick. Like that's just how it's karma, instant. And it is your fault, and now you learn from this mistake. Because I mean, he's going out of bounds. Don't touch him. And yeah, but
hey, it's going to be a great Super Bowl. It's going to be two amazing teams against each other. I honestly, I don't really know who I picture winning it. It's kind of hard to really think about it because I know who you're picking, obviously. I mean, man, like Mahomes, like that whole Chiefs thing, that whole Chiefs organization is like a dominating kingdom.
Yeah, they are a dynasty. 5 conference championships in a row. Yeah, championship appearances in a row. You know, it kind of feels like Patrick is due for a Super Bowl, but not this year, buddy. I strongly believe we have the better team, not the better quarterback, but we have the better overall team. With our quarterback being, you know, up there in that air. You know, personally, maybe you can call this one biased. I call him number 2 in the league, Jalen Hurts. Yes, Joe Burrow, hyper accurate. But guess who has the least amount of turnovers in the season out of all the quarterbacks that was in the playoffs? Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
Most completions and touchdowns with long balls. Jalen Hurts. I mean, guess who has the most rushing yards in the league out of all quarterbacks? Jalen Hurts. Like, if it wasn't for the 50 burger that Patrick put up this year and the 5,000 yards, I would hands down say Jalen Hurts is the MVP.
Yeah.
But I won't get mad if they vote Jalen Hurts MVP, but I can't get mad if they give it to Patrick. You know, he's a GOAT. He's a GOAT.
Yep, he's a quarterback that's good at what he does, and he has class. It's hard to beat that.
Yeah. I mean, that's Jalen Hurts too.
Yeah,
that dude is classy. Jalen Hurts is fly, and he's like a general. He's a coach's son. He just always looks so stoic on the field. Doesn't get overzealous. You know, doesn't get full of himself. Doesn't get too down. Always ready to deliver the perfect speech to the team, and always congratulating everybody on the squad, to the staff, to his PR team, to his players, to the coach. He just handle it.
But let's see. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and guess. I'm gonna pick Chiefs, and I think it's gonna be 22 to 17.
22-17?
Yeah.
Me, I'm gonna go with my Birds, obviously, and because we have a pretty good consistency of putting up numbers, the Chiefs are pretty good at matching their opponent, even when they're not up to full power. I'm gonna say this one's gonna be high scoring. Hopefully to be like one of the greatest Super Bowls ever. I'm actually predicting that to be like a very entertaining game, especially if Patrick's 100% and our team is 100%. That'd be fantastic. and I'm going to say the Eagles are going to win. Of course,
Oh yeah.
I'm going to say 38-31.
Ooh, I'm going high. Okay.
I want to see a like just
No defense.
I mean, the defenses are good. It's just that we got high level quarterbacks. It's like hard to stop these guys.
Mm-hmm.
I'm expecting a couple picks from both teams, maybe.
Yeah,
I'm not expecting any picks from Jalen Hurts. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not. But I think Patrick's gonna get 2. I think he's gonna show us 2 because we got them high level corners,
Mm-hmm.
and that pressure is real, man.
It's always impressive.
The pressure is for real. I called the last 2 games. I was nervous about both of them. My dad called me right before the Giants game and was like, so what do you think? How's this going to turn out? And I was like, I hate picking high leverage Eagles games, especially when I believe we're going to win, like handily, because I feel like a jinx. But I told him, I was like, I don't think the Giants stand a chance. And I was right. And tonight, he asked me, and I was like, I'm nervous about this one, but I don't think we're going to have a problem. I don't think it's like I don't think it was going to be like the Giants, but I knew it would take us a second to figure out their defense because they're just as good as us. They were, allegedly the number 1 in the league, even though we had 70 sacks, but that's neither here nor there. I get our run game, our rushing defense was not that great, but we're still number 16 or something in that, and then we're number 1 in the pass defense, and number 1 in sacks. So it's weird.
Yeah. So just don't want to give Philly the credit. That's all.
I had a feeling like we would figure them out. Like our team has shown throughout this year being able to figure out things on the fly. Even after injury outside of the game, they figure it out and bring people, and we saw that with the few additions we had that put our run defense back up on par. And like in games scenarios, like I'm pretty sure I said this in the last podcast, if we go up by 2 scores, San Fran is done.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure I
Very
said.
true.
And
yeah, you did.
We do have a knack for coming back when we're down. Like we've done it throughout the season. It's not like we dominated every game this year. But we've been down and we've come back, and that's one of the reasons why I consider Jalen Hurts one of the best quarterbacks in the game, because the reason why we come back is because of those deep balls. Everybody says it's our receivers, but this was one of the most inaccurate games I've seen from Jalen Hurts. Like the passes weren't terrible, but like I've never seen them like
they're just a little bit overthrown.
Yeah, so many times Devontae Smith had to try to grab it with one hand, and like throwing it, too strong. I made a joke. I was like, "Stop doing your squats. Stop working out. The strongest keep." Calm down. But like throughout the season, yes, we need high level receivers to catch these high accuracy balls where like. You don't blink because it looks like a defender is going to get to that ball, because Jalen Hurts is putting it in a position where only you can get it or it's going out of bounds.
Yep.
So one of our first passes today, it was intercepted out of bounds, but like I wasn't worried about that because there was no way he could have caught that pass inbounds. It was physically impossible for that defender to catch that. So like it's all about. He is a system quarterback because the system is great, and he doesn't have to be the savior of the team, and he very well can and have been before. This game was a defensive win though. Yeah, I mean, we put up numbers on offense, but that defense was knocking them boys around.
Yeah, no, the defense didn't give the 49ers any sort of chance to get comfortable, and that's exactly what they needed to do.
Yep. And they didn't have a leader on offense to be able to pull them out that hole. Christian McCaffrey can't throw it to himself.
Nope. And he's not that type of leader in that sense.
Yeah. Nope. He's not very vocal. He's not very. He's like, give me my assignment and I will execute it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to like build your assignment.
Right.
You along. I'll push people, but I'm not going to drag nobody.
Right. Exactly.
But there you have it, guys. My nerds.
We're almost there.
My football nerds. We one game away.
And then shortly after the Super Bowl, we have the Oscars.
The Oscars. Cannot forget about the Oscars. What happened here at the Oscars?
Last year at the Oscars, I think there was something about keeping someone's name out their mouth.
Tyler Murphy.
I saw that. Like I get okay. So I guess I'm a bad person in this sense. I get she has alopecia. I get that's hard to deal with. But like, this is a comedian, Chris Rock, making a joke, and like, also your relationship with your wife has been very estranged and very public recently, and she's very much just openly said to a bunch of people, I've been sleeping with other guys and not telling Will. But then she brought Will onto her talk show to talk about it, and I'm like, why would you talk about this very personal thing in such an open setting before you actually talk about it as a couple?
And the thing is, I always said both parties were wrong because that's the reason why you don't make that joke. And who has been the butt of a lot of jokes, and he would have very may well snap at any second. You were quite lucky you were at the Oscars when you made that joke, I feel like. And like, I'm sorry, give out the punishments, but everybody being all taken back and grab pearl clutching and stuff. People get smacked every day, B.
Yep.
For less. Out your mouth, my guy. You will get smacked. That's all.
And then also his Oscar speech about family too was interesting.
But hey, look, it put Chris Rock's career back on the map because he was not doing well in the comedian circuit beforehand. It was a little rough to watch at times.
Oh yeah, because he became a dad, and he's like, I gotta figure out my niche now.
He tried to go the Kevin Hart route and make jokes about his personal life, and it was just kind of cringy. It was not funny. At least. But yeah, we're gonna get into some more video games. We're gonna do some more live stream. We're gonna try to get our Twitch going. Do some Call of Duty.
Well, and also, with a big announcement from PS5, a new update they're doing is that Discord is going to be coming with your PS5, so you can stream using your Discord.
Discord is coming to the PS5, which is going to be great. I've always wanted to dive into it more, but I hate having so many notifications on my phone.
Yeah.
Discord is a little insane when it comes to the notifications. So
your phone would just be like, I'm going to turn these off for you.
And that's the thing. Like, I have them turned off, which it makes you forget about it, and then you go in, and it's like overwhelming amount of notification that you're just like, you know what?
Oh, yeah.
Not get any of these.
Oh yeah, no, I'm in a group chat with 30 people, and every day somebody's messaging something, and I keep it the notifications silent on it because I don't want to hear my phone vibrate every 2 seconds, and I'll look away for an hour and a half, and there's 100 messages, and I'm like, what are y'all doing? Don't any of you work? What is this?
See, and that's the thing. I'm just not a big texter as well. So like, I could very well be sending as many texts while I'm at work too. I just don't like to. I don't really like to look at my phone. My phone at work is for podcasts and music,
Yep.
audio books, whatever I'm doing at the time. It's not really for talking.
Yeah. I'm just watching stupid shit.
You know, make a work call. You know, I like using my cell phone versus the work phone because I can walk around with my cell phone.
Mhm.
That's about it. I get highly annoyed at text while I'm at work for some reason.
No, it throws you off your rhythm. You're like, I just want to get this day done with.
I don't like ignoring them, but I also don't like reading them. It's a conundrum.
Don't talk to me.
Yes, I'm the problem. Can't be. Couldn't be. All right. I think that's it for. I think that's all we got for tonight, nerds.
Yep.
Stay tuned. Like, what is this? The second podcast we did this week. I did say we were going to start wrapping them up, putting out more content. You know,
We're gonna aim for more weekend times too.
Yeah,
So that some of our other guys can join in.
Yes, sir. Go over to the A&E TikTok page. It's at 88th Universe. We've been doing a lot of content there. I've been, dabbling in some AMVs. We got a pretty cool one with Trigun up there. It's on our Instagram as well. Be sure to go to our YouTube page, like, subscribe, all that cool stuff.
Well, we will find you.
Yeah, well, I already know who you guys are. But no, tomorrow we will be, hopefully tomorrow, if not tomorrow, Tuesday, we'll be doing the 3-episode review for The Last of Us.
Which, can't wait. I'm loving everything about this series. I can't wait to talk about it.
All good things. Got a lot to talk about. Oh, not to forget, rest in peace to our guy.
Yeah, sir.
Kobe Bryant. It just came up on another anniversary of his death, and we miss you very much.
Yep, that one of the biggest shocks ever. Like, to have such a beacon out of nowhere gone. And we always will think about Kobe as probably one of the top basketball stars ever.
Oh yeah. You talk about get it out the mud. Yeah, that boy grinds. The Mamba mentality.
Mamba mentality. That has shaped more of the recent NBA stars in a way that has just made the league a great thing.
His mentality shapes more regular people than any other NBA person. Like, outside of the NBA, like, my mentality is not just pertains to basketball.
Yep.
The grind is what helps me keep this thing going. Just putting out content it's exhausting at times, honestly. I'm not,
schedule conflicts, like anything and everything can come up.
I mean, yeah, it is exhausting when you're not glued to your phone as much as others.
Yeah.
But it's just not me. But I'm trying.
It's baby steps.
Песня называется Just a Joke.
Salutation nerds.
We are out.
Peace.